Pardon this interruption from your regularly scheduled lives, but I have a very important Ryan Jan's Tamper Performance Specialties transmission and converter approved public service announcement / warning. These cheap ATP flex plates that you get for like 40-50 bucks from Amazon and eBay, there's an absolute epidemic of them being distorted. What happens, these are stamped out. They're probably running the equipment too hard to make maximum amount of money, and this flex plate is not straight anymore. You can kind of see it. It's coned out, so it's distorted. So if you bolt this on your engine, you'll have very little or no converter clearance because this thing is just coned out. And it's a manufacturing issue. And I have this one in my shop that is a problem. I've had a couple people call me saying their converter wouldn't fit, and I told them to measure the converter installation depth from the belt housing and they asked, what flex plate do you have? And after you see it once and then twice and then like 3 times, it's this flex plate. If you have this ATP flex plate, you bought it within the last year or so, it's not flat, it's coned out, and it's gonna wipe your transmission out, converter out, engine out. This is a stock, I have like one of every flex plate at least. This is a stock dish style late 4853 4L60E flex plate. This is my SFI flex plate out of my car, and you can see how far out this converter or this flex plate is on the right versus a stock one. This table's not perfectly flat, it's not a surface plate, whatever, but this just shows you like how much further out this converter or this flex plate is, and this will 100% cause an issue. This flex plate, when it was installed, had no converter clearance. You are going to wipe out your transmission, guaranteed. The measurement from the back of the machine surface of the block to the inside edge of the starter ring gear is just a little bit more than 3/8. This guy is like an 1/8 inch higher, and it'd be a 1/2 inch to the starter ring gear. So that's how you check. But if you have this flex plate, ATP, 40-50 bucks off Amazon, eBay, etc., they're getting distorted when they're struck and manufactured. This will wipe your stuff out. Do not buy this thing anymore. It's a problem. And I haven't kept track of how many people it's effective, but just me personally and all my customers, and most of my customers are not running a stock flex plate this anyways. So when I have this happen 3, 4, 5 times, where the vast majority of my customers aren't even running something like this, it's a real problem. So don't buy this. If you bought it, check it, return it, get a different one, something, okay? It's going to have major consequences if you run this. If you just throw your stuff together and you don't measure or check anything, you are going to have problems, okay? That's the end of this official warning. Be very careful. Doesn't matter how many times you've installed converters, transmissions, engines, whatever. Take the 15 extra seconds it takes to actually measure everything, because if you have something like this happen, you'll catch it right away without going through a lot of stress or effort, and you'll know right away what the problem is. All right, always mock up and measure everything. You're swapping all kinds of stuff and changing all kinds of parts. Just take 5 seconds, measure it, and check. It'll save you a lot of headache.